Hey guys, welcome back to Talk Futbol Live. And we're going into, believe it or not, it's coming thick and fast. We're going into game week 26. Liverpool kind of already kicked us off. They've played their 26th game already, but they are one of our featured teams tonight. We'll be looking at Liverpool versus Man City. Before we go ahead, if you guys haven't yet, please click that subscribe button right now. Let us know, you appreciate us, give us some support and show some love. We've got Donadoni back representing Man City. he already registered his protest at being dragged back as the Man City supporter, but we love Donadoni and we like to have him back
Ronaldo
so
is
he's
here for
here
the
with us
rest of the
again.
season. He can switch next season, but this season he's staying. He's staying the whole season. No, nowhere to
And
lose him.
you guys know Lopsy, the ever bullish, ever present, ever
Always bullish.
always bullish on Liverpool. How are you guys feeling tonight?
How would I say? It seems like the second part of the season is, um, I would say, slower for me. It's over time testing the resilience of the team on how the team can manage all the stress and all the games coming sharp and fast, knowing fully well that even though we are trying to win the Premier League, we still have other cups to prepare for, and also managing the team in such a way that we don't overwork ourselves like other seasons and keep the energy flowing. So sometimes it might feel like the team is tired, you know, if I would say. But I can tell you for certain, if we play a relaxed game over and over towards the end of the season, even if we don't score by the largest margin, we would get the result that we want.
Okay.
In certain situations, you might think, oh, they're about to lose the game. But no, do not be afraid. It is still Liverpool we are playing. We are
This guy
going
is
to
sounding
win.
like Messiah. Do not be afraid.
Do not be afraid.
If God is in control,
So
Ronaldo
what
is not
you're
looking
saying,
great.
what you're essentially saying is we should expect Liverpool to grind out the results through the rest of the season and do well
Exactly, exactly.
to
I like,
to the title,
I,
to the title,
I
you're
appreciate the
confident on the
management
title.
of the team. Yeah, I will tell you, I really appreciate the management of the team right now. It seems sometimes you wonder why. Okay, wait, why did you coach remove a player? Understand, he is the coach. If we try to, it's like you can try to win one game. That's fine. You win one game, but are you thinking about the multiple games coming afterwards? You could win one, then lose three. Or you could win by lower margin, play relaxed game, rotate your players, manage through the hard point. After what is funny about it is that after the next 2 weeks, the rest of the season looks a lot more better. It's clearer. You just have to grind through. It's the main thing. You just have to grind through. Know that you're still in the driver's seat. Don't lose patience. Don't be too tired. But when it's
Lobster
time,
has,
speed
Lobster
up.
has brought another angle because I remember earlier in the season, it was, he switched away from club to playing, more controlled football. Now it's about they don't even want to stress too much. They just want to do enough to get the results.
Honestly, I don't buy what he's saying, but I actually want to get Donadoni in. So because the focus this weekend is really about Liverpool and Man City. And I would
Right.
like to get Donadoni's take. By the way, Donadoni, we appreciate you for joining tonight. I know it's been a very, very terrible week. I know it's been a trying week. And as a matter of fact, for our viewers at home, please let me appreciate Donadoni. He's been trying to run away from Man City, but I'm telling him that the marriage is forever.
You don't give up on your team because of a little
Exactly,
game.
exactly. So, Donadoni, this weekend, people like us, Arsenal, we are really, really supporting Man City. Like we are for Man City 100% this weekend. So Donadoni, let us know whether you're a reliable rock that we can lean on this weekend, or we should just forget that you guys you are not reliable for yourself. You will be reliable for Arsenal. Tell us what's going to happen. How do
Uh,
you
I won't bet on Man City if I'm meant to put my money down. I won't do it.
ah, this is
Ah,
out of line.
We have,
voila.
yeah, that's the truth. The it's obvious. It's obvious we have a manager that has lost his head, and if the manager has lost his head, the best thing is to let him go. There's no
Ah,
sentiments about that. Let him go.
wow.
We we are in this position because the manager is misbehaving, not because the player is misbehaving. We are in this position because the manager is misbehaving. So many childish stuff that this manager is doing that doesn't make sense. You watch the last game
How do you
against
see that?
Newcastle.
How do people like us see that? Because I'm not seeing that. I mean, your players
Because,
are not
because you're
playing
not
great.
okay. You the last game you watched Man City against Liverpool, Man City against Newcastle.
Right.
Yes.
First half the game was 3-0, 4-0, right?
Yeah, first half it was
3-0.
3-0, correct. Yes.
Why
Yep.
is Haaland playing all the way to the 85th minute when you have only one striker?
Yeah, Mamush.
Hmm?
Mamush scored the hat trick and he
Um,
took Mamush
yes,
off to rest him.
exactly. Why is Haaland still in that game?
I again, I don't know what I don't know what happened. I can't speak
Yeah.
to that.
Mamouche is not really a striker. He's a supportive. He runs in from the midfield, supporting. He's not a top 9-9.
So you
Uh,
think that's one of the crazy things that
he does a
he's
lot of
always kept
crazy
he's
stuff.
always kept Alan if Alan is fit. Anytime the Alan fit,
See,
he's always playing.
you manage games, you manage competitions, you manage events. You're leading 3-4-0. You only have one striker. You have a midweek game, a very crucial game, right? And you leave a striker there to the 88th minute or 80 until he got injured, right? Then all of it,
Maybe he
eh?
wants him to work for his money. Maybe you want him to work for his money. You just want a
At
new
the risk
contract.
of
You're the highest
at the risk of the
guy.
club. So he's doing so many things. Ola just
But
mentioned how the other coach is managing time, managing minutes. Will the coach have a game midweek and leave Salah there to the 88th, 85th minute and not take him out? A game that is already won and there was no reason fighting for the game. What is wrong with those on the bench? What is wrong with the kids on the bench? Why does Haaland have to be the highest goal scorer? What would the highest goal scorer benefit the team? Is it a team game or an individual game? The
but
coach
let me
has
throw
lost
let
his
me
head.
throw this at you though, Donadoni, right? People are talking about signs of a revival for Man City. Like, I mean, the Real Madrid result aside, Champions League is Real Madrid's birthright, and City is not in their best moments, right? Even when City was really good, there were times when Real Madrid still won. But you guys demolished a Newcastle side that has been rampant. I mean, they've beaten almost everything that has come their way in the last 2 months,
Mhm.
right? Including Arsenal, who are undoubtedly one of the best teams. They pretty much knocked Arsenal aside in the Carabao Cup, and you guys went and dismantled them 4-0, right? I think there are signs there that in the league you guys might be on your way to being resurgent the rest of the season. Are you saying that's not the case? That was just a flash in the pan?
Mm, a lot of times I don't think the players are not bad. It- it's just a selection problem. To me, there's an over reliance on certain players. There's an over reliance on certain players based on historic stuff, not based on current form. And when the coach continues to over rely on players that slow down the game, slow down the pace of the game, everything is being done in front of the defender, makes it easy for the defender to recover. We're going to have problems. I see Liverpool is a faster team. They're quick. If you keep playing, if you go play Silva, who is slow, Foden, who loses the ball too often, you play too many players that can't that you're not playing with speed, you're gonna lose. Right now, the team is not that bad. It depends on the coach. You're playing against a team that they have three of their quickest strikers in Madrid, and you're playing high line. You're gonna lose. And
I
if
think
you do the same thing against Liverpool, you're going to lose. It's
I
not
would.
something that anybody has to think about. If you play a high line against Salah, against Nunes or the other, they're going to run. They can run any of those defenders down. So it still boils down to the coach. If the coach decides he wants to win the game,
But
So
I would assume Man City weren't prepared to win the game against Real Madrid because even your coach didn't prepare for the game. It didn't seem like he wanted to win the game. So he played to his strength. He played, okay, I'll face league. That's the only thing I'm trying to get. I'm not going to ever going to win the Champions League because there's just too many hurdles. You know, if I win this game, then I meet another team that I would have to beat. I'm not sure if this team is capable of doing that. So what did he do? He played to strength. He played to those. He played to a way that he could only play a West Ham. So he went there. Okay, I'll win Newcastle. I'll go to Real Madrid. I'll try as much as possible not to concede a lot.
no, that's not true.
That's what he did. So I
No,
won't concede a
if
lot.
you watch, that's not true. Watch the
He
game.
tried as much as possible not to concede a lot.
In that game, Man City held on to the ball. They were
He-
not they did not break down the defense. When Real Madrid had the ball, it was an over the top pass left
I'm
over
not
to
yeah,
sure.
right.
I'm not sure.
Real Madrid hit them
I'm
with a
not
lot of
sure.
long balls,
Yeah, a lot of
I'm
long
not
balls.
sure.
quick transitions.
No. Hold on. I'm not sure you watched Real Madrid's game against an English side, Liverpool, Man City, in the last 5 years. This is the same way they play. They don't
It's
look to
not
possess the ball.
see
They do not look to possess the ball.
you're making a mistake. The
It is
personnel is
not a
different.
mistake. Liverpool played them. We possessed the ball. They got one opportunity. They scored. They locked up. That's the only thing they do. You don't have to possess the ball all the time. This time around, you guys possessed the ball for no reason. You couldn't break their defense. You want to hold on to the ball. You can only beat them in counter attack, fast pace. You have to beat them to their game. You couldn't do that. Your Ireland that was supposed to be enough to
How
play
do
the
you
game.
counter attack when you are the one holding the ball?
Liverpool, hold on. When they came to Anfield, Liverpool played this season.
Who are you referring to?
Real
Okay,
Madrid, the same Real
hold
Madrid
on.
you couldn't beat. The same Real Madrid you couldn't beat.
So you
Tell
are
your coach,
so
tell your coach one second. Tell your coach to go review the game against Liverpool. Should in case Man City meets
so
Real Madrid next year, so that
you're comparing
oh no
apples
no
to
no no no
oranges.
not
Okay,
apples to oranges.
Lovesy,
This
hold on.
weekend, let's talk about this
Let's
weekend.
leave let's leave
This
Liverpool and Real
weekend is
Madrid
coming.
aside, and let's
Liverpool.
come back to the game this weekend. I think Donadoni already has problems with Pep, so Donadoni
Exactly.
maybe Pep has some
He,
lessons to take from the Liverpool
he
game.
see
But
he's gonna make the same mistakes, right?
so yeah, walk us through it. What do you think Pep is likely to do this weekend, and what do you
He's
think he
going to
should do
do the same.
otherwise?
See, the
Okay,
defense is slower, right?
right.
The defense is slower. The two center backs are slower. Maybe the new guy is a bit quick, but he's going to be playing on the right side.
Kusanov.
All, yeah, all Liverpool needs to do is for Guardiola to be foolish, push the high line forward, and all the Liverpool has to do is a long ball across to Salah or to Nunes, and you're always going to get a chance to score.
Mm.
In the past, there was always Walker who had the speed.
How do you think he counters that though? What should he do instead to
He
counter
should
that?
not play that high line. He should not drop the high line back.
So are
Give
you
your.
saying then that City should cede possession to Liverpool?
It's not
They
about
are
Because
most
that's
ceding
likely going to
possession.
see possession.
It's about being smart. right? The
I mean,
eye
the way
line,
City.
the eye
Yeah,
line
sorry.
right now is almost at the halfway line. That is the eye line we play, right?
Okay,
There's,
you've always done that for years. What has
but
changed?
we had,
I
I
but
was
we
don't
just
know
had
gonna
what is
Walker,
a
ask
miracle.
because
It seems like it's a
but you had
miracle for
Walker.
him.
Lopsy,
Remember,
hold on.
you
Let him
had
answer.
Walker. You had Walker. You had
That's
Walker.
just compressing. Walker was there before they
What
saw
Walker,
him.
person?
Walker could
They were
cover
getting beat.
anywhere in that back line. That was
No, hold
why
on.
we were winning. We had
Before
Walker.
Walker was
Walker,
who?
even while Walker was there before he left for AC Milan, he started losing that space. You and I talked about it when you said age had caught
Yeah,
up with
but
Walker.
remember, at our
Could you
prime,
imagine
we
that
had Walker.
Timo Werner of Chelsea
Yeah,
beats Walker on the foot race?
but still slowed him down. Now nobody slows
The
anybody down.
Tottenham
It's a
game,
direct run to the
the last
goal.
game, Timo crossed that ball in. He could. So
Yeah,
the
but
point
he
I'm trying to
still
make is
slowed him down.
Timo
Right
did
now,
it.
nobody's slowing anybody down.
Timo did it. What's the Brighton guy? Mitoma, or what is his name? Mitoma.
yeah,
Mitoma did it. The point I'm trying to make is Walker was found out this season. You mentioned Walker. Walker is just one of your 4 back 4.
No,
Walker
no,
was figured out this
you're
season.
making
The age
one big
had caught up
mistake.
with him.
You're making
What
one
is the
big
other
mistake.
problem?
You're making one big mistake. When you are the halfway line and you have a player on form like Walker, it will catch anybody making that run across that line.
But he didn't catch
When
them.
you
He didn't catch them
that
before they sold him to AC Milan.
they were
That's what I'm
having,
saying.
he was having marital problems also.
Yeah, well, he's
He's,
been having marital problems since last season.
yeah, and he was not playing honestly.
He's been managing the
And
2
he,
wives.
and he,
So
and he
I don't
wasn't
know why you
and
people are bringing the wives into the conversation.
but
Walker has
but
been having those 2 girls for the last 2-3 seasons.
but
Why is
wait.
it happening this season?
Let me ask you a
I don't
question.
know. I don't know. I
How
don't
many
know.
games do you think Walker played this season? He wasn't injured,
Yeah,
Enough for we to notice
he
that
wasn't
he's not.
injured, yes, but
but he
I
didn't play.
remember there was a fight. We later found out that there was a fight because he was benched. And you remember it was the 6th game. After that 6th game, after the first international break, that's when Pep came and said the season has just started. That's when he started playing them. So he rested him and all these other big boys. He came back after 5-6 games and said the season has just started. Again, that's what Pep said.
Yeah. So he wasn't playing. That was also part of the reason he also got angry and left.
The last few games
So-
Walker played, Walker was embarrassed. And that's when
So
Pep started benching him again.
Well, what I would tell you is this: if he plays that high line, we're gonna lose.
So you say
Don't let
Walker should
anybody-
have
how do
stayed,
you-
right? You say Walker should have stayed.
Okay, so
He didn't
what's
want
the
it to go.
solution then?
You saw him
Because
crying. Did you see Pep in the interview almost crying that Walker was gonna leave?
So why did he go?
You will leave when your coach is misbehaving. It's just why would you leave? You stay with a man that is trying to drown the ship. There's
let me
no
let
chance
me
in this game. You have to
let
go.
me let me ask this question, right, Donadoni. So I think Bjorn brought up that point as well. City has always played this way. It's a feature of the
But
possession game, right? You have
yeah,
your team moves as a unit, and so because when your attack is pushed up, your defense has to stay with the
yeah,
team and stay compact,
and
so you can recycle possession.
most
But now
times,
you're pointing out you've lost Walker. Rodri is not there to intercept those. When teams are trying to
Exactly.
quickly
Rodri has
transition,
been that stupid
Rodri
guy
is not
preventing
available
everybody
to
from countering them.
pick up the ball and recycle.
Rodri wasn't the one covering the counter attacks.
I don't know why you would not agree with this Rodri thing. You and I have gone back on this thing.
So hold
Rodri is
on,
not
hold
the
on.
one
What?
covering.
Let's
I know many
forget about
interceptions that
Rodri.
Rodri has done. The
Forget
season
about
before Arsenal
Rodri.
actually
Forget
started
about
beating you
Walker.
guys. It was
So
that Rodri that stopped
so
Hold
Arsenal
on.
from getting those 3 points.
Hold on. Those guys are not available.
Go and look at the
Donadoni,
stats. How many interceptions does Rodri do in a game? Go and look at
hold
the
on.
stats.
Hold
I
on.
don't have it to
Donadoni,
talk
what
my
is
head,
this?
but when you
What
and
is
I
the
look at
solution
it,
Yeah,
for
you
go
this
see
and
game?
what
look
I'm
at the
saying.
stats.
For this game, for Liverpool, Man City at the Etihad, Man City is at home. What does Pep do, considering that you guys are going to try and retain possession?
I think
Is there a player that can solve that issue, that can help with
no.
transitions?
I think
Because we know that's going to happen. City are going to hold the
Your
ball.
new boy,
Liverpool are going to
your new
attempt
boy, Nico
transitions.
Gonzalez, can he not do something on Sunday?
it's extremely slow. It's slow. He's a very slow guy. I don't see him doing anything.
Maybe you're probably looking for a train to buy because it seems like all the trains are slow.
The guy
Donadoni
is
is not
slow.
giving me optimism for this game.
Yeah,
He
No,
was not even
I will
close to
tell
being
you. I will tell you. Even though Donadoni doesn't feel optimistic about the game, I will tell you one thing I know Guardiola for doing is this: he sees a tough game with Liverpool, having his backs against the wall, he will play a tough game. It's at the Etihad. It's not going to be an easy
So,
game that
How,
Liverpool
how do you
Man
how do you
United beat them at the
think how do you
Etihad.
think
You might
City
win.
sets up then?
You might end up
Man
winning,
United beat
but
them at the Etihad. Anything can happen.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether Man U are beating them or other teams are beating them. When he sees his arch rival, Liverpool is his rival. He was going to play us the same way Everton tried to play Liverpool, trying to win, even though that game was a joke. I will tell you, Guardiola will bring his best forward. Liverpool is not careful.
What does the best mean?
Yeah,
You
what
play-
do you see? What do you
you
see City throwing to you, Lopsy? What do you think the challenge is? How do you think Pep sets up?
So the setup will be Mamouche, Erling will play.
Are you sure Haaland will play? He's injured.
We're not
Mamouche,
sure.
Ireland. Wait, hold on. Ireland was on the bench yesterday, even though he didn't play the game. That means he could play the game, but the coach felt like this is waste. Like there's no point trying to play him in this game when we are on the losing side. You're not going to win Real Madrid when they score first. It's not possible. You're not going to come back and win them. You can only do that maybe towards the final. Even the luckiest time he tried to beat them, he really thoroughly beat them. You have to thoroughly beat them in such a way that, okay, at this point they can't come back. He's seen the game. He's seen the game from ahead. He saw that he considered it 2 quick goals early. The third one that got in, it was like, there's no point doing this. You saw how many times they tried to even try to score. So many times, their goal was lucky. The goal Man City scored was lucky. Hit the post, came back, entered, someone strike the ball into the net. Was lucky. It was a defeated team from the setup. But he's not going to make that same mistake against Liverpool. He understands the game. Even though he might lose, it is not going to be a loss like Arsenal. It's not going to be a loss like Man U. It's never going to be that way. I understand that as a Man City fan, you're disappointed with your coach. It happens. Sometimes I get disappointed with my coach, but it doesn't mean I want to jump shit. I don't want to run and support another team. No, I am a Liverpool fan, thorough, in and out. Man City could have bought your loyalty for a while, but now it doesn't seem like it will. So, as we're talking,
the mistake you're making, you are.
Oh, it's not a mistake. It's not a mistake.
You're mistaking loyalty for a
is
club.
a thorough supporter.
There's a loyalty for a club and there's a loyalty for a coach. The coach, the fans existed before the coach. The fans will be there after the coach is done.
And you probably leave.
You don't have to stay with the coach if he's not behaving right.
You will probably leave Man City if Pep leaves this season.
Why? Man City existed, won championship before Pep.
You probably would have gone back to West Ham. You got to support West Ham.
But Man City won championship before Pep. You guys are making it sound as if Man City never won championship before Pep.
It wasn't Pep. They won it. Mancini won it. You forgot. Yeah, even you.
Yeah, I know. Mancini
won it. They were top 4 before Pep. Why are you
But
making it sound?
I think things have changed from then. City were able to buy the best of the best in that period. Where
it's the influx of that money.
That influx,
everything that
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Created the problem when they started bringing stars like nobody could compete with them, and they have like solid 3 teams.
It took a while for the rest of the league to catch up with that sudden influx.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly the point we were making. You cannot buy success for too long.
Yeah, but you had 4 times.
You can't. You are
crumbling. What for too long means.
You're crumbling little by little. There's no if you change I'm not gonna lie to you. If you change your coach, you're gonna go back to the days of Mancini. You probably win 1 trophy and be done for the season.
How many trophies have Liverpool won with all the money they spent? How many trophies?
You cannot blame Pep for that. Pep as
I'm
being your
Pep is not
best
the coach
coach.
of Liverpool.
Pep,
How many
I will
titles
still
have you
tell
guys
you,
won
oh,
in the last
courtesy
10
of
years?
what? Courtesy of who? Courtesy of who?
In the last 10 years.
No, courtesy of our coaches, right? I am proud of my coach.
No, wait,
Any
wait.
day,
We are
anytime.
not talking about your pride or whatever.
No,
How many
we
trophies have
won
you
trophies.
won in 10
Yeah,
years?
we won trophies. Oh, hold on. So you bought trophies.
No,
You're
no, no,
charging me
no,
what
no,
people
no,
charge
no,
me.
no. You're
I
shifting.
won the trophy.
How many
Well,
trophies have you won in 10 years? It's just
the
mention them.
champion. Wait, hold on. All trophies available. We won it.
Well,
See how
mention
much
them. Mention
No,
them.
no. All trophies available. We won it.
You've only won one Champions League and one league, and you're sounding like if you won
Club World
you
Cup.
just won the Super Bowl.
Did you win? My team actually even won the Super Bowl.
You just won.
I'm an
You
Eagles
look
fan.
at you
My
won
team, my
one
team won
Champions
that
League
too.
and one
Guys,
league in the last 10 years or 20 years,
Yeah, but you bought
and
your
we are
own.
making
You
it
bought
sound as
yours.
if you are the
I
greatest thing
won
on
it.
earth.
I won it. You bought yours.
I think we're getting a preview of how spicy this game on Sunday is going
I
to
bought.
be.
It's
You
very
bought. You bought
Let
your
me get
league.
you guys' predictions.
You bought your league. We are going to
Lobsy,
charge you 100
and
points,
you
and you'll be back in second
Lobster.
if
division.
we bought it,
Lobster.
so
Lobs,
it was it was a gift for you.
is this a
No, we
5-1 win
won
for
it.
Liverpool on
We won
Sunday?
it
How did you
square,
win it? How did you win
square,
it?
square and fair
And
with 30 points. Wait.
and we
Hold on,
lost
hold on, hold
it.
on, hold on. One more take.
Yeah.
We won it 7 games before the end of the season. Do you know how sweet that feels like?
Right? Well, during
How
COVID,
sweet? How I don't care whether it's COVID.
when your
You play
players were
Man
not
City.
tested,
Oh,
are we
mind
sure your
you, do
players
you
were not
know?
on
Do you know
drugs
what?
then? They were not
Let me
tested.
now tell you the funny part. Let me tell you the funny part of that winning. Man City thinks that they were going to destroy our win by trying to win the game. We said we don't care. We won the league already, my nigga. We won it.
But
We won it.
if
Lobsy,
somebody listens to him,
what's your prediction for Sunday?
2-1.
the
2-1.
problem is the
It's gonna sound.
problem is the
The
coach.
Man City fan is gonna sound sad. Oh, if the coach
No,
plays this.
The
no,
problem is the
Donadoni,
coach.
do you
Anyway,
agree with the 2-1 loss?
who is going to win?
Liverpool,
Liverpool.
2-1. Easy.
Lobsy never predicts any other team will beat him. He will be like, at one, a
No.
draw.
No,
I've
it's
never.
no.
Okay.
Wait, look at it. The season has tested itself. The season has shown you this is the way. Everybody tells you anytime you play Liverpool, expect to concede what? 2. The statistics have never lied. Has it lied? Expect to concede at least 2. Check.
Is that the reason why you
Mind you,
conceded two against
mind you.
Avila?
Mind you. Before I answer Donadoni, mind you, there's sometimes even when we are weak, we still score 2. Can you
And you
explain
concede
that
two
phenomenon?
too. You see the
I
forget
do
you
not
concede.
care. I don't care if you concede 2. I
Exactly.
just told you the prediction says we are scoring 2 at the minimum.
You didn't. Hold on. Nottingham Forest, you didn't score any goal in the first
Against
leg.
Everton,
Second
they
leg
struggled to
was
score
1-1.
one goal.
Was 1-1. So be careful. Nottingham Forest, the first leg you lost 1-0. The second one was a 1-1 game.
I just told
Careful.
you in
And,
our run for the second.
Everton played 1-1, a relegation team. And you're here celebrating
No, it was
mediocrity.
2-2. Now look at him. He doesn't even
It was
remember
2-2.
the score.
Exactly.
You
Nothing
see
was
what
2.
I'm saying? I said expect to concede 2.
Goals.
Anything.
Donadoni,
Do you
Anyway,
understand the way the
Nottingham
language
Forest,
was constructed?
you only
It
scored
was
one goal. You only
constructed.
scored one goal
in
against
2
Nottingham
games.
Forest. Both legs.
Yeah.
Both legs. You only scored one goal against Nottingham Forest. Both legs.
Yeah.
So
1-0, 1-1. Donadoni, do you agree with his 2-1 prediction loss
what's your prediction?
for City?
It's so difficult to predict the
Oh,
game
oh,
based
oh,
on
oh, oh.
based on
That sounds
not
sad. That
based on the
sounds sad.
opponent, but based on stupidity of our coach. It's going to be stupid. That's the problem. When people be arrogantly stupid, you can't predict what they will do. When you know the strength of your opponent and you still go ahead and play to favor your opponent, you're going to lose. That's the problem I have with
No,
Guardiola.
That's how people like
you
that
are
behave.
living
Like,
in
I
the
know what
years
I'm
of
doing. I
past
don't care.
glory.
Huh?
That's the reason why you can't accept the fact that some other teams can beat you. You are living
No,
in the years of
people,
past glory.
anybody can beat
Every
anybody.
team, yes. And now it is
Anybody
time
can beat
for Man
anybody.
City to top it well.
But this is simple. If you analyze your opponent and you know their strengths and you know how well they play to their strength, and you still fall to their tactics of playing to encourage them to deal with you, then there's no other person to blame than the coach.
So you think it was the
Ancelotti
reason?
always beats Pep, not because Ancelotti has better players. He just sits back and plays the long ball, looking for fast striker, and they will score.
But that didn't work against Liverpool, did it?
Oh,
It didn't. It didn't. It didn't. We won
because
them 2-0.
you
Same
guys
score
have
we
quick
gave you. We gave
defenders.
it. Mind you, no. We played both of you back to back. So it wasn't. It was a fair rationing of the goal. We gave two to them. We gave you two.
You are making it sound as if you didn't lose two Champions League final against Real Madrid. Or is it
How
another
many
Liverpool
times
you're
did you
talking
lose?
about?
How many times did you lose against them?
Yeah, how many two Champions League final?
No,
Were you not there?
you've lost many times. We don't. We
No,
don't
no,
lose.
no.
Lopsy. You lost the two in the last 7-8 years, actually 10 years. The only finals that you play against Real Madrid, you lost.
Oh,
So please don't
even
be quiet. Be
and
humble.
your
Point
best player
still
was
remains.
crying with a broken
The
hand.
point, like I told you, I said the difference now that the team is adopting is this: you do not get fatigued towards the time it matters a lot. That's what we are avoiding. You can win as many games as
I
you
don't
want,
blame Lobsy. I blame
but
Guardiola.
once fatigue sets in,
I don't blame him.
no matter how perfect
Guardiola
you
is
think
causing all
your
these
team
insults.
is good, that's what's going to happen to you.
I don't blame Lobsy. I blame Guardiola. He's the one that is putting us in this kind of mess.
Donadon is refusing to predict. let's let's go into the rest of the fixtures for the weekend. Kicking us off on Friday, first game of the weekend is Leicester Brentford. Donadon, I'll give that to you as you're top of our screen here.
I honestly think Brentford should take that game like 2-0.
What? Quick question: what's going on with Leicester? Do you guys think Leicester is getting relegated? Is it that the job is too much for Van Nistelrooy, or is Van Nistelrooy? Is it Van Nistelrooy or is it the team? I guess is my question.
It's the team. They don't have.
Yeah, that's
The
that.
team is not good enough.
They don't have enough players.
They are the same situation Steve Cooper was when he got fired. Nothing has improved. Nothing has improved since he took over. They don't have that quality. Indeed, just came back, and even with Indeed coming back, they're still losing because they have difficult games. So they're not spending. They don't have the money. That's a problem right there. If Brentford wins that game, then that's them setting a new record because they haven't won straight 4 or 5 games ever in the EPL. And if they could do that, but I think it might end up in a draw. But again, it's not my prediction. That's
okay. Yeah, Donald thinks Brentford wins that one. Everton, Man U, loves you. Everton is resurgent.
He hates both teams. Both teams are his rival.
So this time around, it might be tougher because there's a resurgence team in Everton trying to come up, and there's a defeated team in Man U trying not to be relegated. They are playing. Both teams I think, are almost at the same point now. So this is like a battle of who is going to go top above the other. One, I think Everton is above Man U at this present time, but Man U is going to give it a good fight because as
just wanted to bring up
you already know Man U. Yeah, this you can see. You can see the points, 1 point difference. Whoever wins the game goes play first. You know, I will predict a draw.
Everton are beaten in the last 5.
A draw, I don't care if they've been winning in the last one, draw. A draw being the fact that Man U has now had their backs against the wall, right? You can, when you count them out, that's when they get resurgent. But then there's a problem with Man U. Most of their players that you most likely would depend on are gone. Some of them are gone. Rashford is gone. most of the top strikers we know are gone. Some of the defenders are managing. Some injured. Kobe Manu, I think, is injured, and other players like that, they're injured. So they will give it a good fight, but I predict a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay, interesting. All right. Arsenal West Ham happens to fall to me. I think Arsenal should have enough to see off West Ham. West Ham tend to prove stubborn initially early on in the game. I think we might even concede first, but I think ultimately Arsenal will win this one 3-1. We will concede in this game, Bjorn. Yeah, I know you don't want to hear it, but I see us winning, but I think we will concede.
Okay, Paqueta is injured. He's out.
Okay.
Wan-Bissaka, I think, is not playing.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, when I heard those, I'm like, okay, I feel better. But again, I know we don't have a striking force that will be deadly. The other problem that I think Arteta might make is starting Sterling again. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought you
I
guys
just don't
played
like to
them
watch.
this season and you won comfortably.
Yeah, I
we
went to
did.
the house with them fine. But Saka was in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Saka,
I think
we
Sterling
had
starts this game again, and I think it's a matter of trying. I think Arteta is going to try and play him into form, and I think it's a thing where we maybe
What
need to
form?
just wear teams down and then try to bring in Merino to seal the deal. I think
What is
I think Merino will go through a bedding season. I don't expect him to start immediately.
You know what that
What does
means?
that
The
mean?
problem is that you're going to run Trossard into injury
Mhm.
because Trossard is going to start in that first nine. He's going to do a lot of work. They're going to kick him from back. You're going to get injured. Then you move him back to the side. Then you keep doing that, and Trossard gets injured again. Hopefully, he gets injured when Martinelli's back.
Yeah, I think
That's what
the blessing in disguise that we maybe have is that we have relatively easier
we're forced to
fixtures.
rotate.
We're forced to rotate, and we have relatively easier fixtures, right? We're not playing anyone in the top six. It's not a Forest, it's not a City,
Yeah.
it's not a Chelsea.
Forest is coming.
Yeah,
Forest
Forest
is the
is
next two games.
yeah. But I think after that also is Man U, right? So that's maybe the toughest
Yes.
fixture until March when we will hopefully start to have Saka back on the bench, get Martinelli back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay.
all right, over to you, Bill. Bournemouth Wolves.
So Bournemouth is number 5. Honestly, this team, I really want to beat them. I hope I can beat them this season. I don't know with this depleted team, but Bournemouth is going to beat Wolves. Wolves is really doing well. Honestly, Wolves should have taken a draw at Anfield. They messed up because they dominated that second half.
Yeah.
But they're going to try again. I don't think they can beat Bournemouth. Antonio Raola has done a great job. He has really done a great job with that team. And that team, when a team has confidence, they can do anything. And that's what Bournemouth has right now. And they are number 5, and they are seeing Europe like this. Like, we can get to Europe. So this match is a motivation for them to get to Europe.
I mean,
I think they'll
it's
win.
a thing where if Bournemouth wins this game
Yeah.
and City lose to Liverpool, I think Bournemouth go into 4th. That's how close it is at the moment. It's 1 point difference between them and City. So
That's true. That's true. That's true.
which gives me some hope for that City Liverpool game, but we'll
what
get there.
happens if Arsenal draws their game?
If we draw. Nothing, no worry, we're winning the league.
No, I mean, Arsenal dropping any point. You and I talked about
Yeah.
this yesterday. Arsenal dropping any point at this point is just confirming that they will not win
Yeah.
the league. And what Arsenal needs to just do is just to make sure that they make top 4.
Yeah. If they lose
That's all they
any
need to
of the
worry
next
about.
13, I think the league is
Yeah,
bye-bye.
I mean, once it drop
No,
points,
was it
like,
drop any
it's-
point? Was it drop
Yeah, if you
any
drop
point?
any points.
Yeah, because they have to stay perfect. Liverpool can still afford to be imperfect.
Yeah. Liverpool will be imperfect. Anyway, okay. Moving on. Back to Fulham, Crystal Palace. That one comes to you, Donadoni.
I think this should be a draw.
A draw?
Mhm.
Fulham beats Nottingham Forest. Crystal Palace is not doing well. But yeah,
Fulham tend to go like this.
Yeah.
They're playing superbly this season, but sometimes they make silly mistakes in defense.
Number 8, right?
Was that? Yeah, they're 8th. They tend to make some silly mistakes in defense and concede some silly goals, but they're playing fantastic football this season. Everything seems to be working for them up front. It's just in the back where they get some mistakes sometimes. Okay. Donadoni predicts that's a draw. All right, Ipswich Spurs, Lobsy,
I
tricky
would
fixture.
think Spurs will win this.
Spurs wins. Okay. Yes.
You guys remember that Ipswich beat Spurs at home for
It
side?
doesn't matter.
You guys remember that?
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm just letting you know in case you
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember
I
that.
remember that. The
They beat
Spurs are
Spurs
going to
at
beat them.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spurs, they're getting players back from injury, so that helped them a lot in that last game against Man U. Let's see if it's helping them to get some results now going towards the end of the season. Southampton Brighton comes to me. I don't think there's any question or debate here. This is a Brighton win. I'm sorry, Southampton. It's hard to see anything. They seem to be playing maybe a little bit better the last couple of games. Onuachu and Aribo,
We have
getting
nothing
some
to play.
goals, but I think it's
We have nothing to
whatever
play.
is coming is a little too late at the moment. And Brighton
Yeah.
are solid at the moment. So
Yeah. Oh man, Charles is not here, man. I get a nice one, man. Oh, I miss Charles, man.
Aston Villa will win this game 2-1.
You think so? I think it's another draw.
Nah,
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa will win.
I think it's gonna be a draw.
Aston Villa is better
it's a
than
draw.
I think it's gonna be a draw.
Okay.
Aston,
Well, what's your
Aston
score
Villa,
prediction, Pedro?
2-2.
2-2.
Aston Villa is better than Chelsea.
Okay. They might be better, but I mean, in this league, it depends on what happens on the day.
I mean, they're both trying to get back into top four, both of them. I don't think they will because Bournemouth is there,
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest is there. These two teams, I don't think they'll
Yeah,
make it up. Aston Villa,
the
Chelsea.
January acquisitions has made Villa very, very dangerous. They will beat Chelsea.
That defense is not still reliable. It's very scary when you look at their defense.
I think the positive for Villa is that Mings is back because they got a lot of
I
injuries.
was actually worried for him against Liverpool that he might get re-injured, but
Yeah,
I think he
he
survived.
came through that. So
I don't even think it's a
glad for
defensive
him.
problem. I think it's the way they play. They play from the back and they make mistakes while playing from the back.
I mean, every team is
And
trying to
every
do
team.
that, but not every
Yeah,
team is capable of doing that.
that's what most of the goals they concede is from silly mistakes from passing out from
I
the
mean,
back.
they basically gave Liverpool a free goal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That the first goal.
so
Basically
I
gave it
cannot
away.
blame the defense for that. I'll blame playing out from the back.
Well, your coach started it.
I,
Same coach you want to fire. Innovator, the novel guy.
All right. To you, Donadoni, Newcastle Forest. This is a really good game.
Wow, tough game.
Very good game.
I don't know. I can't predict this one. These two teams, they depends on the side of the bed they wake up in. It's tough.
Is
I
that a
can't.
draw?
Sorry.
It depends. You can't predict Forest. Sometimes they wake up well, sometimes they don't. You can't predict how the form is becoming iffy.
Hmm. While we're on that, do you guys think they make top four?
No,
Yeah.
they will be.
I've started questioning that,
They
but I
will.
think they
They will
can.
make top
I
four.
think they can.
Because they were
Remember, I
they
was.
said
I don't
If
know.
you
before
remember,
they
I
have
was
two
the one that
losses in their last
questioned.
four.
Remember, I was the one that questioned
They
it.
will. They will make
Said
top.
it. Everyone said, "Oh, they would do it. They would do this. They do all that." But I think they are going to slowly grind it. They could have taken some losses, but they will slowly grind it. Take some draws on their way. Win some, lose some.
I
You
think
always know.
they might end up being number 5 or so, but they will make top 4.
Oh, so you are predicting that Man City will be perfect too.
Man City will catch up. They will be 3 or 2.
3 or 2. All right, in your
Mhm.
dreams. So as I was saying,
Because look at it, it's
I'm
just
not sure you
3 point.
see
It's
the.
just a 3 point difference.
So it is not a 3 point difference. It is not
It's
a
44,
3 point difference.
47.
Yeah, it's 3
You are
points.
saying 3 or 2. You are not that three that you are seeing the difference is gonna take you 5 games to make it.
5 games to win a game for me.
5 games. 5 games to
To
close
close
that
that
whole
3 points
gap.
gap.
Yes.
Hmm.
5 games is
Nottingham
gonna take
Forest
you
does
five.
not go into every game believing they can win.
Yeah,
Last
Man City doesn't go into every
Dude,
game
I don't-
thinking they're
that's
gonna
so
win it.
that's kind of disrespectful. Not our
Yeah,
forest.
that's the truth.
The only game Liverpool has lost this season.
He's
For-
against
Nottingham
them.
Forest and
Forget the
that.
games, Liverpool. I think against that team, they play counter attack. Look at against Fulham. Fulham was the better side, and Fulham won.
I know, but that was one
Previous
game.
the previous week, I think somebody beat them like 5-0 or 4-0.
No. So that's what you are missing. Bournemouth beat them 5-0. They beat Brighton 7-0.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
They beat Brighton, the same Brighton that punished Chelsea back-to-back
yeah,
games.
that is
They beat
so
Brighton
you
7-0.
can see that that is not a team that is ready to make top four.
And that's the same
I
thing
hear
as
what you're
saying
saying.
what Man City
But
plays.
Donadoni,
Man City is not
Huh?
a team that's
it
ready to
was
make top
they
4.
didn't get to number 3 by joke. They didn't get to
Exactly,
number 3 by
but
joke.
you can see that. Look at that. Look at the top 6 or top 7. All right.
Mm-hmm.
How many teams in that top 7 is conceding 5-0, 4-0 in a game?
Man
Look
City.
at it.
Man City.
Man City.
No, we'll tell you.
Man
You asked for
City,
it.
yeah,
Man
look
City
at that,
5-1.
yeah,
Which
thank
team,
you,
which team
5-1,
in the
yeah.
league?
Man City
Which
Man
team?
City
5-1.
5-1.
Hold
Which
on
team
now.
in the,
You asked
which
for it.
team
Hold
in
on.
the league?
Man
Let's
City
ask the question.
Man
Man
City
City
chop 4-0
Wait,
from
wait.
Tottenham. Man City chop 5-1 from
4-0,
Arsenal.
yeah, 4-0.
Man City chop 3-0.
Uh-huh.
Chop 3-0 from Liverpool. Is that not
Yeah.
chopping?
Okay.
Teams
So
are
are
conceding.
you better than Nottingham Forest?
Nottingham Forest goes into every game defending and trying to counter attack. So
Okay.
when they play
Anyway,
a team
we'll still
that
As
find
when
out
they
in the
as
next
play,
5
as
games.
Lobsy pointed out, that's Forest copying Liverpool style.
I told them. I told you they stay back too many times until they concede. Once they concede, they go out. But that cannot work all the time. It didn't work against Newcastle. That's why they crumbled. It didn't work against Bournemouth. That's why they crumbled. They concede a goal. They try to come and try to pick up. It can't work. But
Yeah, it doesn't work against everything.
when they
Newcastle
work,
won't go out, whether they are winning or not. Newcastle is crazy. And to be honest, Newcastle playing at home is difficult for anybody
exactly.
than when they go away. When Newcastle goes away, you have a chance.
Mhm.
But at home, they're tough to beat.
All right, I think that about brings us to the end of the weekend.
Wait, did you finish the Sunday games?
Yeah, the last game for the weekend is City Liverpool.
Oh, okay.
And then we get into another round of games starting next Tuesday. So the games are coming fast.
Okay.
They're coming fast.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys. As always a pleasure to have you guys. I love the spiciness, the back and forth we had today. I'm excited even more now for the City Liverpool game.
Donadoni, do not fall our hand. We are all relying on you. We are relying on God. We are relying on you.
there's
Please.
nothing we can do. We have a very
Oh,
stupid
Jesus.
coach.
All right. Thanks, guys.
God, I rely on you. I cannot rely on human
Only
beings.
on God.
You're not relying.
Only on God.
Only on God. God, Arsenal's life is in your hands.
Bye, guys.